name is Ezekiel, chapter 20, King James Bible. Rebellion in Egypt. It came to pass in the 7th year, in the 5th month, in the 10th day of the month, that certain of the elders of Israel came to inquire of the Lord, and sat before me. And came the word of the Lord unto me, saying, Son of man, speak unto the elders of Israel, say to them, Thus saith the Lord God, Are ye come to inquire of me? As I live, saith the Lord God, I will not be inquired of by you. Wilt thou judge them, son of man? Wilt thou judge them? Cause them to know the abominations of their fathers, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, On the day when I chose Israel, and lifted up the hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob, I made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt. When I lifted up mine hand unto them, saying, I am the Lord your God, in the day that I lifted up my hand to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey. This is the glory of all lands. And I said unto him, Cast away every man the abomination of his eyes. Defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt, for I am the Lord your God. But they rebelled against me, will not hearken to me. They did every man cast away the abominations of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. And I said, I will pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish mine anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. But I wrote for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted before the heathen, among whom there were, in whose sight I made myself known unto them. And bringing forth out of the land of Egypt, wherefore I caused them to go forth out of the land of Egypt, and brought them into the wilderness. And I gave them my statutes and shoot. Also I gave them my Sabbaths, to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I, the Lord, sanctified them. But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walked not in my statutes, and they despised my judgments, which if a man do, shall even live in them. My Sabbaths are greatly polluted. And I said, I will pour out my fury. That it should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them out. Yet also I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that it would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands, because they despised my judgments and walked in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths. From the heart went after their idols. Nevertheless mine eyes spared them from destroying them. Neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness. But I said unto the children in the wilderness, Walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourself with their idols. Another rebellion in the desert. I am the Lord your God, walk in my statutes, and keep my judgments, and do them, hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that you may know that I am the Lord your God. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me. They walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgments to do them. Or if a man do, he should even live in them. I polluted my Sabbaths, and I said, I will pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish mine anger against them in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew mine hand, and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth, and lifted up mine hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them among the heathen, and disperse them through the countries, because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes, and had polluted my Sabbaths, and their eyes were after their fathers' idols. Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. I polluted them in their own gifts, that they caused to pass through the fire all that openeth the womb, that I might make them desolate, to the end that they may know that I am the Lord. A rebellion in the land. Therefore, Son of man, speak unto the house of Israel, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Yet in this your fathers have blasphemed me, that they have committed a trespass against me. For when I had brought them into the land, for the which I lifted up mine hand to give it to them, that they saw every high hill and all the thick trees, offered their sacrifices, and they were presented with the provocations of their offerings. There also they made their sweet savor and poured out their drink offerings. Then I said unto them, What is the high place whereunto ye go? And the name thereof is called Bema unto this day. Wherefore say unto the house of Israel, saith the Lord God, Are you polluted after the manner of your fathers, and commit ye whoredom after their abominations? For when ye offer your gifts, and when ye make your sons to pass through the fire, you pollute yourselves with your idols. Even unto this day I shall be required of you, O house of Israel, as I live. Saith the Lord God, I will not be acquired of by you. That which cometh into your mind shall not be at all. And that you say, We will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries, to serve wood and stone, judgment and restoration. As I live, saith the Lord God, surely with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and with fury pour out when I will love you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered, with a mighty hand and with stretched out arm, with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and then will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So I will plead with you, saith the Lord God. I will cause you to pass under the rod. I'll bring you into the bond of the covenant. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. And I'll bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn. And they shall not enter into the land of Egypt. And ye shall know that I am Lord. As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith Lord God, Go ye, serve every one his idols. And after also, if ye will not hearken unto me, pollute ye mine holy name no more with your gifts, with your idols. For in mine holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel, all them on land serve me. They will also accept them. They will require your offerings, the first fruits of your oblations, with all your holy things. And I'll accept you with sweet savor where ye have been scattered, and I'll be sanctified in you before the heathen. And ye shall know that I am Lord when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for which I have lifted up mine hand to give it to your fathers. And there shall you remember your ways and all your doings, for all your evils that you have committed. You shall know that I, Lord, when I have wrought with you for my name's sake, not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt doings. The house of Israel, saith the Lord. Prophecy against the Sabbath. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward the south, and wrap thy word toward the south. Prophesy against the forest of the south field. Say to the forest of the south, Hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will kindle a fire in thee, and shall devour every green tree in thee, and every dry tree. The flaming flame shall not be quenched, and all faces from the south to the north shall be burned therein. And all flesh shall see that I, Lord, have kindled it, and it shall not be quenched. And said I, O Lord God, they say of me, doth he not speak of parables?